to say, everybody, I'm really thrilled because I'm being honored by the organization GLAAD for presenting positive images of the gay, lesbian, transgender, and bisexual community. Very happy. And I gotta say, once again, here on the Tyra Show, we are gonna explore the gay community in a really fascinating way. Check this out.
My name is Michael, and I'm a masculine gay man.
I'm Sasha, and
my name is Sam, and I'm a butch lesbian.
My name is Hedda Lettuce, and I am a drag queen.
My name is Michael, I'm a feminine gay male.
My name is Jason, and I'm bisexual.
I'm Kaden, and I'm a lipstick lesbian.
I think I'm at the top of the gay community because, I'm not putting on a show for anybody else or for myself. I'm just being me.
I better represent the gay community because I'm more open and outspoken and, just like more free.
At the top of the list, I think, are the entertainers.
I'm at the top of the gay community. I'm not afraid to show my strength and also the emotional side that I have.
I think as a trans, I think it's my turn to be on top.
So I should be at the top of the community because I can use my sex appeal to get any girl that I want and trick any guy to getting what I want.
I'm at the top because what's not to love about someone who loves everyone?
In my opinion, I think the male bisexual is the lowest on the totem pole. Pick a team, for God's sake.
The drag queens are definitely down at the bottom. I don't know what the deal is with them. They completely hide behind the wig and the makeup.
Transgender would be a step above them. They're both trying to be something that they're not.
Drag queens are looked down. I think they need to turn it down a little bit.
I don't buy the bisexual business. I think that you're either on one team or you're on the other.
The femme gay guy. They totally make my skin crawl. I have nothing sexy about that whatsoever.
At the end of the day, some people may have a problem with the fact that I'm, feminine and come through with my sexuality. But it really doesn't matter because, I'm fly, I'm sexy. Screw them.
Well, we know that society has often viewed the gay community harshly, but it was shocking to see how severely the gay community and the members that we're going to see today judge themselves. So a social experiment was set up to put them all together in a place called the Gay Kingdom. Take a look.
A fictitious kingdom was built with roles, rules, and open discussion. Let's see how things unfold in Gay Kingdom.
Welcome to the kingdom. The kingdom employs a class system. Please assign the following roles: king, queen, jester, cook, pauper, concubine, and villain. King. Who amongst us thinks they're the king?
Obviously.
3 of you think you're the king.
As a bisexual man, I think I should definitely be king, considering I'm at the top of the food chain, if you will. I understand a little bit of all of you. I understand what it's like to want to be with a beautiful woman.
I think you're just confused, honestly.
That's you being prejudiced and that's you being ignorant.
Well, you can't balance yourself on a fence forever. You got to either fall over to one side or the other.
See, that's where you're wrong. I want good sex with a hot person.
I think you should be the concubine and everything. That's what you should do. I think Sam should be king because I think a butch lesbian, they're fighters. They have to fight the system. And they know how to fight and they know how to be strong.
I think you should be the top because I think just like me, we know what we want. We're straightforward and we take advantage of it.
Well, I need a strong king.
So what did you pick?
What did you pick? We'll go for more of a masculine man.
Right.
Vote! Is it our lovely gentleman over here? A show of hands. Oh, dear.
So the group decided on Michael, the more masculine gay man, for king. It's time to pick the queen.
Why would you want to be the queen?
Just the same reason as him. I am a straight lesbian. Not straight, I'm a lesbian
There's
woman.
that word again.
Sorry, I just mean I know what I want, just like the straight, not the straight, the gay masculine.
See when we're getting involved in this straight crap, which is so dismissive to the gay community. Saying straight, 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 it is a terrible thing to say.
I think the queen should be a strong individual.
That's me.
Why do you see yourself as a strong individual?
I think I still have the wits and the brains and the mind capacity of a man.
Mind capacity of a man? What does that mean?
Yes, I understand that. I had a sex change. I didn't have a lobotomy.
Well, I think since we're going with what society perceives as normal or what you all understand, then the queen will be the lesbian.
Is it our lovely lipstick lesbian? We have 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 votes. Wow.
Basically, whoever fits the norm on the table gets to be the king and queen.
No,
that's
it's
what I'm
not.
getting.
That's what I'm getting off on.
Whatever.
With only 2 roles decided, things were already getting tense.
I just have to say, I'm really kind of shocked that we've gone for this traditional, very heterosexual version of what this kingdom should be. We are gay people. Look at us.
I'm shocked that it was chosen so traditionally, too. I thought it would be a little different. Joining us are the members of the kingdom, Michael.
Hello.
Caden. Hedda Lettuce.
Hello.
Jason.
Hi, Tyra.
Sasha.
Hello.
Sam.
Hey.
And Michael.
How you doing?
Okay, so Hedda, you were very upset with these traditional roles, right?
Yeah, I just felt that, you know, look at us, we're fabulous. And we should think outside of the box. It's like very traditional casting. I mean, we should be able to expand our minds and expand our decisions. And I felt they went for those straight norms because that's what we've grown up with.
Yeah.
We internalized that role system. So it made sense to me, but also at the same time I was like, I can't believe we did this.
Yeah, I thought there would have been like a little bit of humor, you know, and I think I get a pass to be able to say this. I thought that would make Michael like the queen because he's like, you know, like feminine, you know what I mean? Like I thought you guys would have kind of like fun with it, but it was pretty straightforward.
I mean, I thought I'd be the queen because I have queen in my title, drag queen, but no one felt that way.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that either.
I didn't feel that way.
And so you kept on getting angry about Caden saying that she was a straight lesbian.
Well,
what is a straight lesbian? I don't understand that one.
All right, well, let me defend myself. In my defense, I think with the whole community being, you know, gay or lesbian, I mean, once you look at me, I don't classify as a butch or masculine or anything. You look at me and guys will hit on me, you know what I mean, not knowing that I'm a lesbian. And because I am lipstick, I tend to hang out with the same type of girls like myself. We all like to wear dresses. We like to do our hair, get our makeup done. So I don't say that as a straight lesbian to downgrade my own people. It's not to hurt anybody in my community, but
just kind of to classify.
I say that in terms of just, you know, that's how I classify myself. I mean, I get away with it.
I just think the word straight is terrible because straight means good and gay means bad then.
No,
and that's
it
what we're dealing with. Well,
doesn't,
that's how
because
you're
I'm
using
lesbian.
it. No, but you use the word straight as if that is a good word and gay is a bad word. I'm not saying, I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying we internalize these things and we bring them out into our daily life.
Instead of saying straight, just say, I prefer only women.
Right, but I do prefer only women, though.
Well, that's good to know.
So.
Sam, how do you feel about her calling herself a straight lesbian when you're also a lesbian?
Well, because I think it's kind of a sellout also to give the perception that, hey, you know, I'm straight. You're saying that you can easily manipulate both situations. And I think that using that to your highest leverage just kind of makes you seem a little bit more conniving and untrustworthy, or I just wouldn't want to be standing next to someone like that, if anything.
And you said that I was watching, you wanted to be king, and they weren't having that.
No, they would not. They would not. I just didn't fit the male role of the king, you know, as much as I was the strongest probably one, the more confident one, and there was...
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I mean, I'm going home with a woman, you know what I mean? That's all that it matters to me, is at the end of the day, who do I leave with, you know what I mean? So
I don't know if that really applies at the end of the day.
It really doesn't.
Really, I think that's a cop-out. It's deceptive. You were saying, I can trick men. What is that, trick men? What do you look at?
Just like in terms of me going to a job.
We'll be right back.
I'm sorry, no.
The Gay Kingdom was set up to explore how the members of the gay community, including lesbians, bisexuals, transgendered people, and drag queens, feel about each other. Now, we just saw who the members of the Gay Kingdom chose as their king and queen, which they chose the feminine lesbian and our masculine gay male. But let's see who they chose to establish the rest of the roles in their kingdom.
Now we go on to the jester.
You should be the jester. You put on a costume. You're obviously trying to hide something.
You should be the jester because I think it's a joke of what you do.
I'm a joke of what I do. Do you know what, honey? The way you talk is drag too, honey. Talking like this Italian guy, that is so drag.
But I am Italian.
So am I, bitch. Bring it on.
But what is your sexuality?
I do this for entertainment purposes.
Clowns dress up for entertainment. They do. So that's why you should be the jester.
So you're the clown.
Darling, you're wearing Pippi Longstock braids, honey. You look like a clown too.
Let's take a vote.
When the votes were tallied, it was unanimous.
If you play clown music as I get up, I will hunt everyone down.
True to form, Hedda clowned around in her new role.
It's like a bib. I'm like eating a red lobster now.
But she wasted no time getting the next role assigned. The role of villain went to Sam.
The butch lesbian is the villain. We have the cook.
Femininity is cook.
That's what it is. He should have the cook.
A man could cook, that's not right.
He's the next thing, that's the most girliest thing here.
I think everyone's offended to be the cook. This is very interesting.
Has
No, I asked you to tell me why should I be the cook.
because you're the
That's what I said.
feminine acting individual.
I disagree.
Who wants to be the cook?
No, we're gonna vote like we've been doing.
By show of hands, who wants Fen Gayboy to be the cook?
I think I like it too.
With the cook and jester decided, it was time to choose the pauper, a role which by definition is someone who is poor and needy. And it really struck a nerve in the gay kingdom.
I don't think anyone's gonna be happy with this one. What's that? The pauper.
What does that stand for in our
That means like
community?
you're the serf. You're the one who's outside the castle looking in with your loaf of bread. If the pauper's an outsider, then the bisexual should be the pauper because
nobody understands me.
That's what you keep saying. No one understands you.
So then I'll own it. I'll own it.
I'll say you're confused. That's
And, and I'll say, as a gay woman, you should be ashamed of yourself because you're not opening up your mind and you're not because you're all sitting here and you're judging me.
If you had your own category, honestly, I would understand that more.
And I do.
But
It's
you
called
really don't, and you're
bisexual.
really caught with us. And to be honest with you, you really do not
So
represent
I'm the
us.
outcast.
Pauper. So I would have had you as concubine, but you're pauper, I guess. So there you have
Pauper it is.
Oh, goodness, the pauper. Okay, so still with us are all of these people. I want to start with you, Jason. How did it feel being labeled the pauper?
You know, honestly, Tyra, I was shocked. I was shocked that everybody was taking all the stereotypes and putting them against me.
But
and
pauper also means poor, like doesn't have money, not royalty.
Right.
With you being a bisexual male, I would be insulted if that was me.
I was insulted. In fact, the whole time they were saying that I shouldn't be part of their community because I wasn't picking a side or I was in the middle of the fence. But in fact, they're labeled every day by society, and you know, homosexuals and gay women are always segregated against, and that's what they were doing to me, is they were misunderstanding me.
Oh, darling, just because you have one too many drinks one night and sleep with the same sex doesn't mean you're bisexual. Let's be honest here. I mean, for God's sakes.
It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I can fall in love with a man or I can fall in love with a woman, and people who don't understand it, they point fingers at me and they judge me, just the way that straight people don't understand why you're gay or why you're a lesbian. They just don't get it.
But at the end of the day, we know what we are. Like, you know, it's like...
And I know what I am, too. I know exactly who I am, and I'm comfortable saying it, so...
I don't agree.
Jason,
at the end of the day, you have to fall in love with who you feel comfortable with, who makes you feel special.
Okay, but let me say for you, you know that, you know, your outcome of this whole situation, you're going to fall in love and you're going to get married to a man. There's a question mark for him. He doesn't know. You know,
I know I'm going to fall in love with somebody.
It could be a lady, it could be a man. Like today, he could see her, a lady, and she could be attractive, and he wouldn't talk to her. Then later on, he might see a man that looks alluring and attractive, and he may want him. And so it's like...
Well, it's very confusing.
That's not
Yeah,
how it
it's very like, okay.
Let's talk about you being the cook. What's that about?
Well, you know, Tyra...
I was really confused about that.
I mean, I guess, you know, I could cook things up. Like, you know, I give you a variety all in one. Like, I'm believable. Like what you want, how you want it made.
Sam, you're wearing villain around your neck. They made you the villain?
Yeah, it didn't. I don't even think it's.
What is that about?
I saw it as, you know what, they saw me as a threat. You know, I stand so strong behind what I believe in. I mean, to be who I am right now, I have to have the strength and the qualities to be like this 100% every single day. So just to show that I'm not easily manipulated or easily changed. Like, everyone will know that I stand on my own road and that's it.
Well, I wanted to be the king also, so, you know, don't say everyone attacked you.
Well, no. I really think it's
You know what I don't understand, like, in society, especially, like, in television, like, and film, that, like, the gay male, especially the gay, more feminine male, is everywhere on TV, including on some of my shows, but the more masculine lesbian is not. And I find that interesting that they're not represented.
But that's society. I mean, you should change that type.
I was just thinking the same thing, boo.
I mean,
I was just thinking the same thing. Just thinking the same thing. Just thinking it.
It's about time they changed it.
Huh?
It's about time they changed it.
I think it's about time. Why do you guys think that is? Why do you think that is, Hedda?
Why should we change these things?
No, why do you think that society doesn't really represent
because they're scared.
the more masculine lesbian?
Well,
they will put like you and make you a star.
Feminine lesbians are easy for straight men to fantasize about. A masculine lesbian, they go, oh my God, she can fix my car, but don't come near me. You know what I mean? That's where it goes to.
Many people judge members of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community, but how do they judge themselves? After the members of the gay kingdom chose their king and their queen, their jester, their cook, their pauper, and their villain, there was only one more role left to assign. Can you guess what it is? Check this out.
With the pauper decided,
Now the concubine's the hoe.
You know what? I think you are the most pleasing.
Sasha was voted as the concubine.
Concubine.
At first, Sasha was flattered.
Oh, gay should have go.
But then the jokes got personal.
She's the hoe. She's the concubine.
Excuse me, I am not a hoe.
Well then,
This is demeaning to me. I am not in any way, shape, or form a concubine. A concubine does not belong to me.
As the exercise drew to a close, Sasha was obviously getting more upset with the label around her neck.
Oh my God.
ta-da.
I cannot go on national television having people call me a whore. There is no way.
As the crew prepared for the next challenge, our camera recorded Sasha backstage.
If I knew that this was going to happen, I would never have come on the show. Children are going to be watching this show. Oh my God.
We're going to get to talk about it a lot. And Tyra's going to
God. I'm so ready to go home.
So Sasha was really upset about being labeled a concubine, and she refused to wear the sign on the stage today. Tell me what made you so, like, viscerally angry. It was like, oh, heck no. It was very
because
serious.
Tyra, you know, I think everybody, even in the gay community and in society, people will look at transgenders as, okay, well, how is she going to get a job? A straight man, I mean, a straight-looking man, gay man can get a job. A lipstick lesbian can get a job. But in society, if a transgender went for the same job, society would judge us like, oh, well, I don't want to work with her. She used to be a man, but now she's a woman. They're very confused about it. They're uneducated about it. I own my own business. I own my own clothing line. I'm also a professional model. And for years, people always say, oh, they must be hookers. They must be prostitutes. Well, I'm here to take a stand and say, you know what? Not all of us will go.
That's great that you're taking that stand. I mean, I know you guys know I had Isis on America's Next Top Model, and she said, you know, very similar things. She wants to be a model, you know, but there's all these labels that come, you know, with being transgendered, and that's why I put her on the show, to break down those barriers and to break down the barriers for people like you. But I understand that you don't, so you don't want to be the concubine. Who do you want to be?
I just want to be me. I just want to be
out of this, though.
I don't want a label. I don't need to be in the kingdom. Myself, I was thinking that I was going to be the pauper because everybody was saying, oh, it's someone looking in. Well, myself, I'm engaged to a straight man. I'm in a monogamous straight relationship. I don't see myself as transgender. I never have. I'm a straight woman.
But couldn't you just like hide to everybody? Couldn't you just hide to the world? Because you look like a woman to me. Like, I wouldn't know.
See, again, like what they were saying about the Queen, you know, she's fooling people. In my career, in my modeling career, I have 7 magazine covers. So is it I'm fooling the editors to be on that cover of that magazine? No, I'm living my life as a woman, going out for the same modeling jobs as everybody else. It just so happened I got the cover. I got the centerfold.
Michael, I want to ask you, tell me what you saw with her as the, Michael, what did you see with her as the being a concubine?
I actually did kind of see her as being a concubine because she's very alluring. she's very sexy. Like yeah, exactly. And so why wouldn't the king want a sexy queen?
The concubine, take it as a tongue-in-cheek. The concubine has a job. She has a bed, she has a roof over her head, food on the table. The pauper is living outside the kingdom and begging for bread.
I want to be on the outside of the kingdom because I do not live in the gay community. I live in the straight community.
But you do in a way.
Yes, why don't you say something,
In my response to what you had said, you know, I'm not fooling people and saying, hey, I'm bisexual. No, I'm a lesbian woman. But in terms of me fooling people to get ahead of my job, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do that. Why not?
Well, you're not true to yourself then. You're not true to yourself in the community then. If you're going to fool someone to get a job.
You guys are going off.
No, but even just to say, like, I'm straight.
Because of my image?
Even to just say,
please,
I mean, when you look
One second, guys.
Please.
When you look at
Focus.
No, that's
I mean, what is the lesbian supposed to look like?
Sasha,
You guys.
at the same time, I know it's like the insult about the whole prostitution part with the concubine.
Yes, because
but I think you look at the whole big picture. What they're saying is you look damn good, too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Good enough for a king. We'll be right back. Social experiment Gay Kingdom is exposing how members of the gay community feel about and treat each other. Now, things got really heated when members of the gay community had to assign job titles and establish a hierarchy. But the battle had just begun.
With the roles established, our jester leads the group over to the town square for their next assignment.
Every kingdom needs laws to live by. Please choose 7 laws, eliminating 3 to create the laws of the land.
Some of the laws were easily agreed upon.
Thou shalt only have biological children.
That's garbage.
That's garbage. We all agree that's garbage because we can bring loving, caring families to any child. Thou shalt not date outside of your race.
Out. While others were hotly debated.
This one I think we could have a little discussion about. Thou must not use drugs or alcohol.
To each his own.
I like to drink.
Now, do we also recognize that alcohol and drug abuse runs rampant in the gay
We're talking about
community?
abuse.
There are normal gay and lesbian people out there.
It doesn't matter your orientation. If you're addicted to drugs, you're addicted to drugs.
Your behavior determines.
So you're telling me because I'm a lesbian, I'm going to be more addicted to drugs?
I partied in the gay community and I partied in the straight community. And I see more straight people in their bars getting a lot more messed up.
Should we eliminate this or should we keep it?
Eliminate.
No, keep it for now.
Oh, thou shalt have protected sex at all times.
I mean, a relationship is based on trust. You can't fall back on that. If you don't have trust, don't be in a relationship.
Remember that when you're judging me later for wanting to move on to another man or another woman.
Nowadays what happens is a lot of people feel because there's a lot of the medication for HIV, there's a lot of advances that people don't need to have protected sex all the time, which is a misnomer.
You could be with somebody and you could be committed and they could be committed to you, but at the end of the day, you don't really know what they do when you're at work or when you're out and about and they're like,
That means that you don't trust your own partner then. That means you don't trust
I do trust you, but I trust me more.
This one seems to be a little bit heated. There's a lot of compartments in this one that have to be discussed. Thou must always wear gender-specific clothing.
I kind of agree with it.
You agree with it?
Yeah.
And what is your reasoning for that, my king?
Persons like, as yourself, give me the title of yourself.
Sort of in a sense, you're saying that because I dress this way and you dress that
People
way,
assume
you're
that
still
I-
considered that you dress and you wear. Honey, you wouldn't look this good. First of all, let's be
I would
honest.
look better, number one.
Better, please. A man should dress like a man, a woman should dress like a woman, and that's it.
That's I think it's people like you that make other people afraid.
I've actually brought a lot of people out of what their shell there was because a lot of masculine men that were afraid of people that were feminine or people that were drag or something like that, they could relate to me a lot
But you
more.
don't
I
think
could
that
sit
we
down
have
and
done the
that's
same
you as an
thing?
individual.
We've done the same thing too. I have enough courage and enough thought to just be able to just be who I am. They take me for who I am because of the fact that I'm real. I must represent what's real about me. I'm not a fake person.
Show of hands, who wants to get rid of it? Oh, my king, I'm so sorry. Oh, my son. Down it goes.
All right, so we didn't get to see you guys decide about your final laws of the kingdom, the gay kingdom. So here are the list with the 7 laws that you chose. The first is, thou shalt not have sex outside of a relationship. Only women may wear makeup.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no, head of lettuce is like, Thou must have safe sex at all times. Thou shalt eat healthy and keep physically fit. Thou may only have sex with one person in the kingdom. Nobody's clapping on that one. Thou must attend religious services, and thou must not use drugs or alcohol.
All right. Whoa.
All right.
Whoa, what a party.
What did you say?
Wow. The makeup one, Tyra, I mean, we had to pick out of 10, we had to whittle it down to 7. And I don't, the makeup thing really got me also, but I thought for the benefit of the whole community,
Yeah, because even
I would
the king was
sacrifice my
saying
lip
that
gloss.
even the king wears makeup.
But you guys are breaking the law right now, then.
I know, but we're outside the kingdom. We're in your kingdom.
You're right, darling. You're right. In my kingdom, you can do whatever you want. So, Kaden, you were upset with Michael for linking drug and alcohol abuse to the gay community.
Yeah, and it still upsets me because, I have friends of all orientation. I think it's just crap that you would think that, just because I'm lesbian, it's not going to make me prone to doing drugs or shooting up heroin or, snorting coke. Like, that's not who I am. And you can't classify
that's not saying
that.
you, that's who
But you're
you
classifying all of us,
I'm not
or
classifying
the
everybody.
most part, more of the gay community to do drugs and alcohol. That's not
Tell
true,
us about
though.
your story, Michael.
Because the thing is, gay people deal with the most issues. Like, I've been through it personally. You know what I mean? Since I was like 13, I've been getting high since I was 13. and I stopped when I was 19. And I've hung around that crowd where they've done coke, and they've shot heroin, and they've done ecstasy, and a lot of gay people like to use party drugs, and the gay people that I've known always use the party drugs, and I've never known one individual in my life that was gay that didn't use drugs. Every other person around me used drugs. That's in my experience personally. That's my
moral issue, people.
I'm not saying they do, but there's also issues. There's issues behind a person using.
Yeah, but
and our
how
issue,
many
a gay
straight
person's
people
issue.
are you around? How many straight parties are you going to? How many straight clubs are you going to? I go to both.
I've never been to a gay club, so only clubs I've been to were straight clubs.
Oh, okay, well, that's great. I go to gay clubs. I go to straight clubs.
Street. So for me, that's just my personal experience.
But I've had friends that would get pounds and ounces of ecstasy, and their best customers were the gay clubs.
Well, you're hanging out with the wrong people.
You were angry with Michael with him saying that you should not dress like a woman, that it's an embarrassment.
Yes, Tyra, I felt like I should not, we should wear gender-appropriate clothing. And I just thought of it in the broader spectrum. If that was the case, Fallout Boy, where would they be today? I mean, there's so many male straight pop stars who dress not as gorgeously like this, but in feminine attire. So I just felt that was very narrow-minded.
Yeah.
Very narrow-minded.
So, Michael, are you embarrassed as a gay man when you see more effeminate or men in the gay community dressed like women? What does it make you feel like?
It's not so much feminine. The thing is, it's like I said, I mean, what Kaden was saying, it's breaking a stereotype. The stereotype, when I see it or when people come up to me and say something, is Hedda or Michael. That's it. That's the stereotype. They're like, oh, so in your spare time, what do you do? Do you go out dressing like a No, that's not what I do.
Would you say that the majority of gay men are more masculine acting, and that the ones that stand out are more feminine?
I think it's kind of borderline between both.
Yeah, 50-50.
You know, I think it's kind of in between both.
Yeah.
I couldn't say which one's more or less.
What do you guys think?
More men acting a little bit more feminine than
I could agree with that, though. I kind of agree with that.
They're a lot more flaming.
Do you think the majority of gay men are more more feminine?
I've partied at a few gay clubs, and I think when I look around, I see more of the men being a little bit more flamboyant than even when they look and appear straight, they have a little bit more twist to them, and they do all this stuff. I don't understand it.
Or there could also, play devil's advocate, it could also be that, you know, people that go to clubs tend to be more loose and more free.
Well, booze helps, I guess.
Booze helps. We'll be right back. In the social experiment Gay Kingdom, the members of the community clashed as they ranked each other and decided on their laws. But then it was time for a little fun.
The kingdom would not be complete without a merry old time. Please compose a sonnet about being the fairest gay in the land to be read at ye royal banquet hall. So we have to write a poem. We should just do finger painting. I think we should start with our king.
I'm number one because I'm lots of fun. I'm definitely no nun, but have lots of buns.
I know just what I want, and I don't need to flaunt. Be it a boy or a girl, I've given them both a good whirl.
I'm fly, you see me.
Love thyself.
I'm fly.
Because not only does the tiara fit,
you want to be me.
Thank you.
Let it be known my name is Sam.
Others will follow.
Some may be confused, but I'm not a man.
Hate me because you hate me.
I stay true to myself, being the woman that I am.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you, my queen. My name is Hedda Lettuce, the gayest of all the queens. I don't look like a man, for I'm something in between. I come from a long line of lettuces, and I've traveled very far to be on Tyra's show and become a big fat star. A little ass kissing never hurt. So there we have it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the kingdom. To the kingdom.
I like seeing you guys all get along like that. Didn't that feel good to see them like bonding? Just as the members of the Gay Kingdom started to settle in, they were shocked when they found out that they were being handed a very tough task.
So the kingdom can be a lonely land. Not everyone belongs. Banish someone from the kingdom forever.
I just want to say that throughout this whole exercise and from what I've been experiencing with you, you have a lot of judgment, and you think that people should fit in a box. This land is about people who are different and people who love one another and people who want to be loved. And you've been judging a lot of people.
I'm very open-minded. My background has made me the most open-minded individual, but you know what? It's an opinion.
I think society would condemn her because they don't understand her.
If I were to terminate anybody, it would be bisexual, because in our community, if you defined a lesbian or a gay man, it wouldn't say you lean on both sides of the fence. You're on the offense.
So just in my defense, and not because I disagree with you, but why wouldn't you persecute the transgender who's not a homosexual or a lesbian?
No,
I'm both. So you're gonna put out somebody who's actually done both.
I would agree with you with bisexual, because honestly, like, no offense, but I feel like you represent to the straight community that there is a sense of hope that homosexuals can be straight if they wanted to.
In the gay and lesbian community, like I said, the terminology gay and lesbian, it does not define bisexuality. We're not bisexual people. None of us at this table, but you.
All right, so you were sent to the guillotine, were you, Jason?
I sure was, and I have to be honest with you, Tyra, I was shocked again.
Yeah?
I just feel like it's so unfortunate that people who are constantly misunderstood and who are constantly complaining or are sad about being outcasts did exactly to me what is done to me every day. Just because they don't understand how I feel, they're saying that I shouldn't be that way, or that I have to pick a side because they don't understand me.
Yeah. It was a very hard decision.
Yeah.
You know, it was a very hard decision, actually. It wasn't made flippantly.
Hedda, have you ever questioned what your sexuality was?
Well, you know, that's funny. Glad you asked. No, when I first came out of the closet, I said I was bisexual because it was easier to say that. It was a lot less of a blow to my family. But then, I think 2 days later, I realized I'm gay. And I've been gay ever since. I just think sometimes it is easier to come in as bisexual. It's like a transition place for some people, not all people.
Yeah. I wonder if it's kind of like, Jason, like a lot of the times, like a black person that might be mixed with white.
Exactly.
And they can kind of pass, and like around white people, they can look white, and around black people, they can be like, what's up? And it makes the black people mad. Like, you can choose and we can't, and it's not fair. You can blend, you can go back and forth, you can do this, and so I wonder if that's what it is.
Because I look like a female, I have straight men come on to me all the time. And then when they find out, you know, I'm a transgender, they're a little confused because they're like, okay, she was born a man, but now she's a woman. And then they get the conflicts from their friends, like, well, yeah, she's really hot, she's a model, da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, she still was born a man. With my current boyfriend right now, he never was conflicted because he knew me as a woman when he met me. This is all he's seen. He didn't see me when I was a little kid growing up as a boy. So now he sees me, and his whole family accepts our engagement. It's like, okay, she's a woman, they love me, and that's it. We're a straight couple.
We'll be right back. Thought that Jason was going to be banished from the community and excommunicated, but the debate continued.
In the real world, in society, they would look at the bisexual man and still say, that's a
Exactly.
Right.
that's a They would look at me and say, I'm a straight woman. So in our little gay community here, I vote myself out because I'm a straight woman.
No, I don't see it.
I don't see it.
But
Sorry.
we don't.
People can look at you and they can,
You're
you
not
can be motivating for people.
Well, I mean, if a straight individual saw you, he would not say you're gay.
I don't even call myself a transgender.
Right.
I'm a woman.
She's not straight. I don't understand y'all. She's a man. She was born a male.
Like I said, in the straight community, you'll still be identified as a trans person. You know what I mean? Like, no matter
But
what.
they don't see me as a trans.
But you never know. Some people,
would see you as a
can see.
trans.
Some people can see and they have that sense of feeling. But like I said, with him as an individual, he gives that sign of a sense of hope. Like
You are transgender, but you are not a homosexual. Homosexual is a man who only likes men. You're a prime example of a homosexual. You know, a lesbian is a woman who likes women, and you are neither. You're a woman who likes men. So
now,
correct.
when I was growing up, I would play. I'll admit, I would play with the girls' clothing and the wigs and things. And I would go out and I would hang with them and just live that life. There's nothing wrong with you and your whole look, but I found the way to combine the two.
My view on it is you're a gay man, okay, that likes other gay men.
why would you want to emulate characteristics of a woman?
Right. I mean, aren't you trying to attract the opposite sex? Like, I don't know about you, but if I'm going for a man, I'm not going to go for somebody who's quote-unquote flaming. I mean, is that something that you're attracted to?
But you're bi, so at the end of the day, wouldn't it be like you're getting the best of both worlds all in one?
In terms of what we have to do today,
We need to banish
which
someone.
is we have to figure this out. Who would like to see our lovely friend, the bisexual, removed from the kingdom? All right, so sadly, we say goodbye to you.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
I'm the outcast.
That was really
Someone had to
dramatic.
go.
Yeah. Somebody had to go. That's so funny. So, as a bisexual, have you ever felt this in the community? Because I've heard it a lot on the Tyra show, where different people from the gay community come on, and it's always the attack on the bisexual. It's not the first time I've heard this.
I have to say, though, I was shocked because I have a lot of gay friends. I have a lot of, heterosexual friends and a lot of lesbian friends. Most of them, granted, are lipstick lesbians, and I think because they blend more as well, they can relate to me. But again, I think that I was just having so much judgment passed on me because they didn't understand who I was. So.
Sasha, you said that you weren't a part of the gay community. Is it because you...
I just chose at an early age. I knew that when I was growing up, I wanted to be a woman first and foremost. I didn't think that was available to me. And growing up, I was like, okay, well, I want to be a model too because I'm pretty. And I never thought growing up that that would actually be possible. But as I grew up and I went for it and I was determined and I said, you know what, I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to become, everything that I can be and continue going out and putting myself out there to be a model. Well, hey, I'm a model.
We'll be right back. You guys, I thought the most beautiful part of this whole experiment was when you were all wrote your own poems and were reading the sonnets, and I saw like a unity, like kind of a unity in humor. And I would hope that the people watching the show really saw that moment and know that it is possible. And the great thing and the honest thing is, like, people, you guys are the gay community, but there is still drama within, just like there's drama within the black community and drama within the white community and the Asian and the Latino and the Native American. It goes on and on. But I really want us to remember that beautiful moment because you guys did put your differences aside and you bonded, and I thought that was really beautiful. You want more footage? Exclusive footage from the Gay Kingdom, go to TyraShow.com. And while you're there, tell us how you felt about today's show. Ooh, I know the internet's blowing up right now. We'll see you later.